Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Unlock English Podcast. Today we're talking about something super important that many people don't realize. The words you should avoid using in communication. Yes, it's not just about what you say, but also what you don't say that can make a huge difference.
Exactly, Quinn. We all know how powerful words can be, but did you know that the wrong choice of words can harm relationships, hurt your career, and even make your job interview a disaster? Don't worry, though. We've got your back. Let's break it down and make sure you're not accidentally sabotaging yourself with the wrong words. First things first, let's talk about first impressions. The words you use in the beginning can set the tone for the rest of your interaction. So, what's the big mistake many people make right off the bat?
Oh, I know this one. It's when people say things like, I'm sorry for bothering you, or I hope I'm not interrupting. Sure, you're trying to be polite, but it can make you sound unsure or like you don't value your own time. In these moments, you might be unintentionally lowering your confidence in the eyes of others.
That's right. Instead, say something like, Hey, I need your help with something, or I'd love to get your opinion. Those statements sound confident and direct. You're valuing both your time and theirs. Remember, confidence is key when you're starting a conversation.
Now, let's move on to casual conversations. We all love chatting with friends and family, but some words we use in these situations can be a little yikes. Miley, you have any examples?
Oh, I sure do. One word that can sometimes come off negatively is always. For example, saying, You always do this, or You always mess things up, might seem like an exaggeration, but it can make the other person feel like you're attacking them. It sounds like you're generalizing, which isn't great for keeping things positive.
True, that's a classic one. Instead, try something like, it feels like this keeps happening, or this is happening more than usual. This way, you're not accusing anyone of being always wrong, but you're addressing the situation calmly without making them feel defensive.
All right, let's switch gears to the workplace. We know words can have a big impact on how you're perceived at work. What are some words or phrases we should avoid during meetings or when interacting with colleagues?
Oh, definitely. The first one that comes to mind is I don't know. While it's completely fine to admit that you don't have an answer, saying it too often can give the impression that you're unreliable or unprepared.
Yes. Instead of saying, I don't know, try, That's a great question. Let me look into it and get back to you. This shows initiative and responsibility. You're acknowledging the question, and you're also offering to follow up instead of just brushing it off.
Another big one is, this is too difficult. If you say something like that, it sounds like you're giving up before even trying. A better approach is to say, this is challenging, but I'm going to work through it.
Exactly. You can always frame things in a way that shows you're open to finding solutions, not just pointing out problems.
And of course, we can't forget about job interviews. One wrong word can totally derail your chances. Miley, what's one thing you should never say in an interview?
Oh, I've got a good one. Never say, I don't have any weaknesses. First of all, everyone has weaknesses. It makes you sound arrogant and like you're not self-aware.
Ha ha, true. Instead, try something like, one area I'm working on is time management, but I've been improving by using tools like calendars and to-do lists to stay on track. This shows you're self-aware, willing to improve, and proactive about it.
And how about this classic? I'm a perfectionist. I get it. You want to sound like you pay attention to detail, but in reality, this can sound like a red flag. Employers might think you're difficult to work with because you're overly critical or obsessed with minor details.
That's a great point. Instead, talk about how you strive for quality and efficiency without getting bogged down by perfection. You're showing you're productive and focused on results.
Let's wrap up by talking about words you should use to communicate effectively. Quinn, what's one word or phrase you think everyone should use more often?
I think the word thank you can't be said enough. It's simple but powerful. Showing appreciation can make a huge difference in how others feel around you.
Yes, thank you goes a long way. And don't forget the power of I appreciate it. It sounds even more heartfelt, right? Whether it's a colleague helping you out or a family member doing something nice, acknowledging it builds a sense of respect and trust.
Another good one is let's when you're collaborating. It creates a sense of teamwork and shows you're in this together. For example, let's solve this together instead of you need to fix this. It just sounds way more inclusive and motivating.
Exactly. Words that promote collaboration and appreciation always set the tone for better relationships and smoother communication.
So, to wrap things up, it's not just about what you say, it's also about how you say it. Choosing the right words can make a huge difference in how you're perceived and how your relationships develop.
Totally. Remember to think before you speak and be aware of how your words might come across. Even in casual conversations, your choice of words can either build someone up or tear them down.
Exactly. So, next time you're chatting with a friend, family member, or in a professional setting, choose your words wisely, and you'll see the positive effects they can have.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Unlock English Podcast. We hope you've learned a thing or two about how powerful words can be in communication.
Don't forget to subscribe and keep practicing those communication skills. We'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone, and keep communicating with confidence. Bye.